I've started removing the distributor cap of this Mercedes-Benz 300 CE 24, which is a 24 valve engine. So the distributor cap is right here, located at the front of the engine. So you've got your, I think this is your variable valve timing motor, all the ignition cables. I've got the new cap ready to go, so I've just got to disconnect this one. I've gone bolted from here. There's 3 bolts there, down here, and up on the other side there. I've marked all the cables, all the leads, with the blue pen. So that's number 2, cylinder 2, cylinder 4, and here we've got cylinder 6, 1, and what's on 5, and 3. So that's the easiest way to remember, in case you can't remember where they're coming from. Otherwise you have to remove this cover here, which is held on by some screws just above there, and figure out, you have to count manually how to take it off. One thing I've realized as I'm changing this, which I don't actually have the cable right away, I don't have the cable with me, it's still coming, it's on order, but I thought I would still do the video and show how to change this the engine's been misfiring, and that is the reason why I'm actually changing this cap. The rotor should be changed at the same time. When you order this one, you should always order the rotor button as well at the same time, because they wear out as well. They wear out together. They're a bit stuck at the moment. Sometimes they need to help take it off. Sometimes it's just a good idea to twist them, pull them in a twisting fashion, pull and twist at the same time. Oh, it's a bit difficult one-handed. Sorry about the noise around this area. I'm working on the side of the road, as you can see, so it's not the most ideal place to work on a car, but this will save me on my towing to the workshop. So I'll just do it right here on the side of the road. It's not that hard. The only difficult thing about this actual setup is that this lead here, which is from the center right there, the center lead, this one actually connects to the ignition coil. And I've actually just realized that this lead is very old and cracked. It's actually like a burnt look, like it's scorched. Right here you can see, and right about here is a bit of a white mark. It's been actually jumping a spark from that bolt head right there, the bolt. It's been arcing right there. So even a little bit of a space like that, that'll create a spark. Or if it's touching, in this one it was actually touching just a little bit, as it's been sitting back there for years, and the heat of that from the spark actually jumping out of there has actually scorched the insulation rubber on this has actually scorched the rubber coat insulation on this cable, on this lead. And the annoying thing is that this lead actually goes right down here and runs behind this other cover, which is this one here, and this cover goes all the way across to this side and up here and comes down here, which is really annoying because I have to actually remove that cover, that backing plate, remove that, so I can actually pull this lead out this lead runs across and comes out through here and goes around here and down here, and there's the ignition coil right there. I'm gonna leave the ignition coil in this one. I'm not gonna change the coil. I'm gonna try just changing these leads and the cap, and hopefully that should fix the issue. I don't believe the coil is the issue at this point. Now this coil is hard to see. As you can see, there's a cover that actually goes on top of the coil and covers it up. So it's kind of hidden or shielded. So there it is right there. In case you're looking for your coil on your Mercedes-Benz 1990 model Benz 300 CE 24, or just the 3 liter 24 valve. So I'm gonna go ahead, and it's got Allen keys, Allen sockets to remove this one. I'm gonna get my Allen sockets and start removing these ones. Loosen them all off. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's one worn out distributor. Look at the bits in there. Look at the electrodes. They're all the contacts, like this one here. And I get a good shot. Look at that. Totally eroded away. If we just get closer in this, I can actually see. Sorry about the camera, it's not a very good camera. But anyway, see I'll find the worst looking one. I'll find that one there. There it is right there. Look at that. That's bad. If your distributor looks like that inside, it's time to change it. And even the moisture in there, there's a bit of oil. The central electrode here. Let's see if I can zoom up on that one. This bit here, that looks like it's also no good. It's even got a small crack in it, right on the side there. There's a crack. So power will definitely be leaking through there, and it's gonna be called, it's what's called cross-firing, where it's spark. I'll just get out of the sun. Go in the shaded area. So right here, What can I use to show it? Right here in this corner, it's got a crack. Right here. It should be perfectly round and curved right around. I'll show the top profile of it. There it is. That looks pretty nasty. The central electrode is no good. This crack is not supposed to be there. It's supposed to look like the other side, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. These contacts on the sides, they're also no good. They're worn out completely. That's no good. All of them. Now, this being worn out this much, you definitely will lose some performance in your engine if you don't change this. So I'm going to go ahead and put a new one, and I'll just put a new one up next to this old one just to compare. And on the other side, actually, before that, on the other side, you really can't see much, but this is what it looks like. Okay. I don't see anything unusual on the outside. Yeah, okay, so now I'll bring the new one. I'll bring the new one into the picture, and there it is. Look at the difference. Look at the difference right there. Look at the difference. It's huge. These are nice and clean. Nice and clean. New cuts in them. Electrode, central electrode is nice and complete. No cracks in that one. All around. Compared to this one, which got a crack in it. And all this corrosion in there. So just changing this alone will make a big difference, I think, in its engine, in the way it starts, the way it runs, idles. Right now it doesn't sound good when it's idling. That's when it's having the most obvious problem. When it's idling, it's misfiring. When it revs up, the misfire sort of hide, you can't hear it, you can't feel it. It kind of masks, it's hidden away. Okay. And there is the rotor arm, or the rotor button right there. I would also like to pull it off and change it. You should change this one at the same time as you're changing your rotor cap, because it also has an electrode on the other side, and that will be worn out as well. I'm going to try and pull this one off if I can get a small enough Allen key, which is 1, 2, 3 Allens there. Pull that off and see if we can have a good look at that. And maybe some people do service these ones. They clean up the central, and I'll show you how to clean up the contact on the other side. Just giving it a quick polish with some sandpaper or something smooth, something rough but not too rough, to make that contact much easier for the electricity to jump across. You can see that's becoming loose now, so this thing is coming apart. Here we are. So again, this, if I can get some focus onto it, as you can see, it's actually, the tip should be a nice clean sharp edge, and that has actually worn. Let's have a look at it in the sun again. It is a little bit singed on the ends. I think with this one it can be serviced, but it should be changed. I'm gonna wait until my new one comes, and I'm gonna put a new one of these as well. You can see the part here is made by Bosch. Let's say trucks, and sorry about that noise again. Got trucks around here. Yeah, there you go, and there's a part number right there. If you're looking for a Bosch part, this is what number you need to find out who makes this one. I'm gonna go ahead and order another one of these now that I know what part number it is and who makes it. It should be quite easy to find. And on the other side, you got some more numbers, so it's a good idea to take note of all these numbers. I think that's a serial number there, the long one, and on the other side I think it is the part number, which is a 104.158 0131 1.3. I don't know what that is, but it must be some kind of measurement. And in here too, in the center right there, that's also worn out. You can see right there, it's really bad in there. People forget that in there, that's where the central electrode goes. It actually fits in there, and power gets sent from the distributor cap into that bit there, and then out this side. So power goes in there and comes out there. So both these ends must be checked, because the clearance, the size clearance in there will get bigger as it gets older, because power is electricity jumping across, arcing across, is eating away at the material, the metal material. Same as this side, you can see it looks burnt. Electricity spark is actually occurring here, and that's eating away or burning away the material. Oh, sorry, I'm having difficulty focusing there. I don't know why, but it's very difficult here. Right there you can see it's burnt. Okay, let's see what I can do. So, remove my Allen bit. Put that away in my tools there. And this is how it would fit into the old one. I'll just show it to you in case you don't understand what's going on here. This bit here, central electrode, goes into here, and it goes like that. And as this rotor rotates with the camshafts, it goes around like so, and each time it goes past a contact point here, this is what you call timing. As soon as it hits, goes past the spark, goes from here through there and into the distributor, or from the distributor actually, yeah, from here to there through to the distributor, and the next cylinder will be there, until it goes around the whole full cycle through the whole of the 6 cylinders it has, and it just goes around like so. Brilliant design. The new one will go the same way, and it'll go in there. It actually feels smoother just with the new one. This one feels rough. Wow, it makes a big difference. Okay. And that's it.